I am sure most of you have seen that anti-troll video that has been released lately. Yes, I was the spy in the video. My history within the UTTP has been deepened today. You will get to hear all about it. January, the beginning. I first joined the UTTP server ran by Emperor Jimmy, also known as Emperor Purge. In January of 2024, I had a small bit of knowledge about what the UTTP was. It was a retro troll group with years dating back to 2011. I did not know they were spamming comments. However, my profile was at first a Sojik officer, but then I changed it to that of a religious one. I quickly rose the ranks of the UTTP and received the officer role in a few short days. This was during the time in which UTTP was harassing Danocal drawings on YouTube, whom ended up being the first mainstream YouTuber to give the UTTP attention. The UTTP also tried to harass Carl Sampson, another YouTuber. Most of the members did not know, however, that I was secretly saving screenshots from the UTTP and spying, building up a case for the future. On January 23rd, a separate UTTP group ran by UTTP Emperor Anim Sucks, which will be relevant later, destroyed and nuked the Emperor Jimmy server, sending his goons, including the notorious Regin Meyer, to spam illegal material in the server. During this period, I was actually kicked from the Emperor Purge UTTP server due to an unspecified reason. Eventually, Emperor Jimmy made a new server called Tyranny, which too ended up getting destroyed by Anim Sucks and his faction. February, the retro UTTP period. A lot of the members from the Emperor Purge server had no real place to go, however, so a lot of them had to go to the new group that was formed by former members of the Emperor Purge server, including FPS. The structure of the group was very similar to that of the Emperor Purge Discord server. The lowest role was the unverified troll role, which was the default role for the members joining the server. The first real verified role was the civilian role, which gave access to some of the city channels. The first role that officially made you a member, however, was the recruit role, which gave you access to a lot more secret channels and more insight within the group. The role that came after the recruit role was the officer role, which made you much more trusted among the owners of the server and gave you access to an exclusive officer chat. The final obtainable role was the commander role, which gave you access to one of the owner channels. The owner role, Aber Commando, was unobtainable and only given to the founders. When I was in RUT, I was able to climb through the ranks, receiving the highest obtainable role, the commander role. The RUT mainly focused on the RUT attempted to conduct raids on the IUTTP, but were ultimately counter-raided by the IUTTP. One day, while I was casually spying on the RUT, one of the owners had decided to kick me due to how jealous they were of my usefulness and importance in the group. FPS and the other owner sided with him. However, I was still able to save chat logs and send it to the IUTTP before it was too late. March, April and May, UTTP Empire. I briefly reconnected with the IUTTP in early March, providing the chat logs I had secured. I even started a mini IUTTP group. Suddenly, an opportunity was given to me. Anim Sucks, the person who had destroyed the Emperor Jimmy server, ended up offering me to join his group, UTTP Empire. This server was rather different to the other servers that I was in previously. The hierarchy was as follows. The first role you would get is the recruit role, which was usually a bait role made for spies. The second role, and the actual genuine verified role, was the member role that you would receive after being trusted by the leaders. The third role was the famous officer role, which you would receive after being a member for a long time and being active within the group. The first high-rank role was the commander role, which would you let interact with the unverified members in spam box. The final obtainable role was the general role, which had admin permissions. The recruits had a separate category to interact in, while the members and officers in high ranks communicated in main category. Most of the time in Empire, we would focus on attacking Murder Drones fans on Twitter and spamming YouTube comments. This was rather boring compared to the other servers, but there was something else. There was a secret chat called YouTube Troll Police Base, in which only the most trusted UTTP members could join. This server included files that had the now leaked reply bot, and among other secret details such as Anim Sucks' disdain for most of the members. My relationships with the leaders was mostly positive, until May. Anim Sucks had gone into a mental breakdown, banning me from the YouTube Troll Police Base server, and attacking me in the Empire server. Eventually, Anim Sucks had left Empire for good. Due to public pressure, the second owner, Admiral Midnight, had to kick me from the Empire server as well. I did not get caught. This was not due to me spying. Why he did this I have no clue. During my last days at UTTP Empire, I had given Antitroll full access to my account. With this, I was able to be verified in one of the last big UTTP servers, UTTP Official. This server was ran by the same people in RUT, including FPS. The structure was quite similar to that of UTTP Empire. There was a separate recruit category, and a main category for people ranked officer and higher. During this time, however, the members had grown to hate me due to the previous kicking from February. Due to problems in the server, I was kicked. I was invited back to YouTube Trollpolis base, and secured more chat logs. Weeks passed, and finally, on the 1st of July, UTTP Official was deleted, and FPS had surrendered. I was able to come out and fully reveal myself, knowing that the UTTP had been destroyed. I hope to receive forgiveness for the bad things I had done in UTTP, as I am ashamed of some things despite knowing that it was for a good cause. There is still a whole lot more to this story, as I've only scratched the surface. I will be answering more questions in my revived group, Commando Squad. Link will be in the description and pinned comment. Thank you for your time.